Hi guys, so it's another bag change day. Last time I showed you after I had already cleaned everything up and then put the appliance on. So today I'm gonna do it a little bit different and I'm gonna show you guys what I have to do to get the appliance off, clean the peristomal area, and of course my stoma, and then put the new bag on. Today, we are going to be using a smaller bag, which I mentioned in the last one. This is the bag that I normally use, and I started recently getting this one. So this one is about maybe 2 inches or an inch shorter, but it's convenient. So we're gonna try that today. I also usually use the Adapt barrier, which is this one. However, we are going to be using the Brava. The Brava, I put on the last bag change, which I did not record, and the bag has lasted me 7 days. No leak, no lifting, nothing. I'm just changing it because it's already been on 7 days. So we're gonna do that today too. Also, I used to use the Sensura adhesive removal spray. We are gonna be using the Adapt removal spray. So step 1, spray the area. After I've put my trash bag on, of course, in case any leaks happen. And I have a trash bag right here. So we're gonna spray the area just so the adhesive comes off really easily. Yep, I use a lot because I wanna make sure that I don't irritate my skin. So as we take the bag off, I fold it and put it in the trash. And I right away grab one of the medical wipes that I used last time. And it's just basically made out of cotton. I just wet them and I clean the area first. And then if there's any adhesive left on the skin, which there always is for me, then I will go ahead and use the Sensura adhesive removal wipe, because they work really good. I have a feeling that little Lola here is gonna output because I had a really big lunch. I try to time it as best as I can because I have a couple of times throughout the day that I have very little to no output. So I am noticing that it's a little bit red around my stoma. Could have been because of how long I left that bag on for and that barrier ring. But usually if that happens, the stoma powder works really good. So now that that's done, I just like to air dry it some. Now I'm gonna take one more wipe, just in case there's any residue from the adhesive remover wipe, because then it will be hard for the bag to stick. So next thing is the stoma powder. Last time the stoma powder got clogged, and because I used to do this laying down, it was better for me. Now I've been doing it standing up. So right underneath, because once you stand up, the stoma kind of drops down a little. It's hard to get right underneath. When you lay flat, the stoma kind of moves back right into its position. So you can get around the stoma completely fine without having to clog this. So we're gonna do a little bit. Well, I say a little bit, but I don't, like again, I don't care if I'm wasteful as long as my skin is doing good. That's my biggest thing always. I don't want to have really bad irritated skin. So since I'm gonna be putting on the ring, if there's enough powder around it, that basically would be like the thickness of the ring that I put on, then that's fine because the ring is gonna push right down on it. That doesn't seem to be an issue ever. So there goes my Cavalon barrier spray. Do a little air drying. Might need to lift up little Lola to get some underneath, just to hold on to that stoma powder so it keeps it in place. And then after I do a little drying, this is when I wipe off the stoma, because the barrier spray ends up getting like filmy on the stoma, and then it just kind of comes right off very easily. That's it. Now it's time for this guy. So as I mentioned before, you can do one of two things. You can shape it to fit right around your flange and stick it right on, or you can stick it directly onto your skin, which is what I started doing after I got comfortable with using these barrier rings. And then you can just kind of push it in place wherever needed. Then I take off the sticker on my flange that I already pre-cut. Just put it over it. Make sure that it has a good seal. And then I take the bag, which is the two-piece click system Sensura Mio. And sometimes I have issues popping it on, and sometimes I don't. So there was my issue. It doesn't pop on as easy as the other bags, and then you click it closed. And that's it. So you guys got to see that I'm using a couple of different products today, and also what I do to get my appliance off, clean the area, and then do the bag. So that's all. We'll see you in the next one.